What is up, my friends? We are back for another episode of Dr. Yawg's Clinic, where we take you into Dr. Yawg's practice and we show you the inner workings of how he treats his patients. AKA, if that made zero sense to you, I show you how to win with this deck, Black-Green Yawgmoth Modern. My name is Brandon Osborne, aka Control for Days. I'm going to walk you through this matchup. If you've watched the intro to this video, you know what I'm playing against. I don't currently, but I'm going to find out momentarily. Additionally, the list we're on today, it's kind of the main deck I've been settling in on. The sideboard is fairly experimental. Phyrexian Crusader, currently 5-1 with this list in particular. But I've never actually played a Crusader. It's never entered the battlefield, so it hasn't made a difference up to this point. So we'll see. We are on the play. On the draw, I think this would be a mulligan, but on the play, I think we're going to keep this. We're going to hope to go turn 2 guys, turn 3 grist, and hope that that is good enough, and then we'll have an Evo after that. So we'll keep it. Might be a little on the slow side. Grist is a really good card though, so hopefully it gets there. I don't know what I'm playing against. I'm trying to think what my best draw would be at this point. I don't know. I don't know what my best draw would be. Depends on what we're playing against, I suppose. Get that 2-minute play tapped, so we're not going to take damage from it later in the game. And likely our next 2 turns are going to be Blooming Marshes, unless our opponent has Blood Moons for some reason. But even if they do, we really don't have much we can do about that, so. Basic Mountain. And a Rift Bolt, okay. So, our mana base lines up pretty well against this deck. We also have a main deck, Gilded Goose, which is going to likely come in handy. I think we're going to play out our Geist. If they have an Eidolon, we're going to take a hit off the Eidolon next turn, most likely. If they have a hasty creature, I think they would have played it out turn 1. So we'll see if we get punished for attacking. Like if they have something like a Swift Spear, that'll be really bad for us, but if not, we should be okay. We also have Prosperous Innkeeper in the main deck, which is our other source of life gain. Skewer and pass. Okay, doing all right. Double Evo. All right, so considerations here. Do we build out our board state, which basically means Grist? Grist doesn't really do anything for us, though. It might have been a mistake playing out the Marsh. Maybe I was supposed to play out the Dryad Arbor. That might have been better. I could Evo the Geist. No. Okay, I think we swing with the Geist, play out Wall of Roots, and I think next turn we're gonna Evo. Look to gain some life. This feels so inefficient though. Not Evoing this turn. We're at 16, they didn't suspend anything. I guess I could Evo for an Innkeeper, try to make them use removal on that, and I'll still reap the benefit of having a treasure token. Maybe that's the play. So we'll still be up a mana, we'll have a threat that they need to deal with. And we'll we'll have the bonus mana that we get out of it. Just make sure that's the play. Keeper. We could also get a Blood Artist. I mean, we could also get Yawgmoth. I don't know if that's where we want to be in this matchup though, right now. Even though we are pretty close to just combo killing them. No, I think we get the Innkeeper. We'll make them answer that. So if they have something like Searing Blaze, you know, it'll be unfortunate, but okay, so we're kind of ramping. Hoping that sticks around. If it does, we should be able to gain at least 3 life off of it next turn. They're bolting me. Alright. Interesting. See if they have the Searing Blaze. Next to Eidolon, Searing Blaze is probably their best card against us. I'd have to imagine they're running a White Splash as well. That just seems like, yeah, okay, there it is. All right, if we get to gain any life off of this, this is going to be good for us. Let's see if they have a Skullcrack here. Gained a life. That is really good. Gain another life. We're gonna get the Grist out now too. You know, now that this Innkeeper is kind of going off here, I don't think they can really win. I don't think they will win. Maybe they will. I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. Gained 3 life so far. We're going to swing them down to 10. And next turn we'll gain at least another 3 life if it stays on the battlefield. Probably more because we'll probably get a Gilded Goose into play. So we'll gain 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4. We'll gain 7 life next turn if we get to untap with the Innkeeper. Time will tell. They have 3 cards in hand, so if they have Boros Charm, Bolt, they'll beat us. Which I don't think they had, because they probably would have fired it off. Alright, let's start. Let's gain some life. I think I'm going to need all of my mana here. We're going to get Gilded Goose here. So this is going to gain us 2 more life. And then we'll be able to sacrifice the food token on their turn activating the Wall Roots. Just need to leave the Dryad Arbor back. Yeah, and they're on basically a 1-turn clock here. Or 2-turn clock next turn. So they have 4 cards in their hand. I would be very surprised if they could deal 17 damage. Down to 10. Sure. And I think if we didn't have Innkeeper this game, like if that was a Scavenging Ooze, I think we would have lost. Because it's already gained us 7 life, I think. Alright, not too worried about a Goblin Guide. It's interesting, that's the first creature that they've drawn up to this point. I think our board lines up pretty well against creatures. Thank God Price of Progress isn't in Modern. We'd be in trouble if it was. That would be a different story. Price of Progress, take 8. Bolts, the Grist. Sure, that's unusual. Alright, they scooped. Alright, game 2. Bring in our Bailoff. I wonder how Crusader is against mono red. I mean, it might be better than Grist. It's kind of hard for them to deal with. We'll bring in our Scavenging Ooze. I think I'm going to bring in Liberator as well, even though it's not too good. I think I'm going to bring in the Crusader. Let's see. We're going to cut our Grists. Cord. See what I have in my sideboard guide here. Oh, Drolfs goes. I'm almost tempted to cut a Yawgmoth, to be honest with you. Patra's not too great either. Honestly, I think I'm going to shave a Yawgmoth. Normally I wouldn't bring in the Crusaders in this matchup. I've never played them before, especially on the draw. I don't know how good they are, but it seems reasonable to play over a Grist. We'll see. Grist is kind of medium. I mean, it's good with Innkeeper, obviously. Alright, turn 2 Crusader. Seems decent. Assuming our Ignoble sticks around, we'll keep it. We'll try it. Then we have a way to get a life gain creature with a Chord of Calling. So we'll see if that pans out. Alright. No turn 1 creature is good for us. Our mana is good too, which is of note. I probably should have played the Bird. The Hierarch is more valuable to us because it gives the Crusader Exalted, so probably should have played the Bird, because now if they bolt this down, we lose that perk. Next turn we're going to play out the Geist, I think. Let's see, does our Crusader stick? Alright, Searing Blaze, pretty good. We have 4 cards in hand. Wall of Roots is good. I think we go Verdant, Fetch, Swamp. Which, I mean, sucks we're taking the damage, but... And we'll go Wall of Roots into Bird. And the next turn we'll be able to get our Gilded Goose, which will be very good. Another Searing Blaze, okay, go down to 10. Okay, Evo isn't bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we could have gotten Bailoff. I completely forgot that that's in our deck. Yeah, we're definitely getting that next turn. That was probably a mistake. I should have probably just gotten Bailoff there. I'm so focused on all these changes we've made to our main deck that I completely overlooked that detail. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I think here we'll chord for our goose. Goose is a little mana intensive right now, but I think it's good. If they have a hasty creature here, they'll be able to swing and hit us. And with them having the Eidolon, it might even just be right for us to just sit back and not really do anything. Just like make a food token a turn. Maybe not. Maybe it's right to 2 cards in hand. Yeah, I think we get the Bailoff here, because we'll still be able to activate Gilded Goose on their turn. I'm gonna go down to 8. Okay, that's unfortunate. Pretty big hit, and I think here we're just going to get, maybe we get Liberator, or maybe we get Innkeeper. I think Liberator is probably better. Also could have gotten Blood Artist there, but I think the Liberator's better. And we're going to play a little bit reactively here. So I'm not going to initiate by cracking the food token. I'm going to let them make the move. Okay, Goblin Guide is fine. I think if they swing with the Goblin Guide, I'm going to block with the Geist, probably. Like the Wall of Roots, or maybe the Wall of Roots. No. I don't think I can afford to not leave the Liberator up in this situation. close. Alright, we have endurance on the top, which isn't great. Can block with the Liberator, kill the Eidolon. I think I'm just blocking with my Geist here. I think this is the move. Now the question is, do we make another food token? I think we do. So if they were to kill the Liberator there, we would have been in trouble. Alright, we're gonna crack one of these food now. Up to 7, so if they have Boros, Charm, Bolt, we'll lose. And it's going to turn to night, so our Liberator's going to flip. See what they have. There's a Swift Spear. They are down to 9. And a Goblin Guide. I think we're alright here. Alright, they're down to 4. And I think here we have to go down. Alright, and we have to block something here. Not the best land to draw at this point. Alright, a land that doesn't deal us damage would be ideal. That one deals us damage. So we can go down to 2, go down to 1, up to 4. I think we have to shock ourselves here, unfortunately. And we're going to sacrifice our food token while they have nothing going on. If they draw any burn spell off the top, we're going to lose. Crusader has sat in our hand the entire game, done nothing. Alright, yeah, so we lose. Alright, game 3. You know, we had an opportunity to get Bailoff in that game, and I did not take it, and I think that wound up costing us. I don't know if Crusader's great. I think Grist is probably better on the play. So we'll go with that. Just being able to pump out a steady stream of chump blockers, I think, is better than the fact that that is protection from red. The other thing is it's like it acts as a decoy, almost. Grist draws a lot of attention to itself. Himself, herself. Which I think there's value in that. So we'll see. Game 3 against Burn. This is the second match of the league. We're 1-0 right now. Our opponent is reconsidering their sideboard strategy. We have 4 different cards that can gain us life post-board. I wonder if Court of Calling is better than Grist because we have Gilded Goose. Might be. Alright, 1 lander I don't think is good enough. We're going to mulligan that. And it's a land that deals us damage as well. This one we'll keep. And we'll get rid of the Dryad Arbor. Because it's our only turn 1 play, we're going to play out Yawgmoth, which is actually really good. Gives us the opportunity to chump block any creature they could play. So if they play a Swift Spear, I'm not going to block it. If they play a Goblin Guide, I will. So we'll take the hit off the Swift Spear here. Okay, so here I think we play out another Yawgmoth. I'm going to play out the Heath, and I'm going to be fetching for a Black Source EOT. Spike is fine. I will definitely chump block this time around. I'm going to get out of 15. And our best draw, I think, is a land off the top. Preferably one that does not deal us damage. Skewer targeting me, we're down to 13, going down to 12. Alright, let's see what happens here. Noble is not great. I think we'll pressure their life total a little bit here and see what happens. Might be a mistake, but we'll see. They have 4 cards in hand right now. We assume one of them is a land and another 9 damage in hand, probably. I think our best draw is still a land from this point. All right, we're down to 9. Alright, appears they have quite a bit of damage in their hand. They didn't play a land out. Alright, they have another land. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, Eidolon. Eidolon is fine. Fine-ish. Alright, that was a really good draw. So with that, we can play around the Eidolon. 9 life, they have 3 cards in hand. 2 cards in hand. Okay, so we're not dying this turn, so this is good. And if they swing with everything, the best play might be Blood Artist. That might be our best 2-drop. We'll see what they do here. All right, here I think we're just getting our Gilded Goose. Drawing a card, which is good for us. Get the goose. And still the best card for us to draw is like a Blooming Marsh or a basic. Thinking about their next play. This is a really close game. They have like a Skullcrack in hand. Could be problematic. It's kind of a game of who flinches first if they do have a Skullcrack. Alright, they cast Path to Exile. Which is interesting. I think we're going to use this opportunity to gain some life. We're going to get our 3rd land. Comes in tapped. I think because we want to draw a forest, we're going to get the swamp here. We'll see if we top deck a forest. Probably not, but gotta play to your outs, you know? Alright, Innkeeper's pretty good. They have 2 cards in hand. There are no creatures in the graveyard, so Scavenging Ooze doesn't do anything. Still would level land. Alright, they're attacking with both those. Oh no, did I just click through? Oh, I didn't. Okay, that was close. Yeah, I'm okay sacrificing our creatures here. I'm guessing they might have another Eidolon. I feel like that might be the play, another Eidolon. I feel like they wouldn't be attacking with that Eidolon if they didn't have another one. If they had Burn, I think they would have cast it end step. So we'll take the hit here. We'll see what they do. So my read is they have an Eidolon, they're lacking on instants and sorceries. Alright, they have something. There's a Boros Charm. We're down to 8, they're down to 9. We're down to 6. Oh. Oh, they gave it indestructible. That's interesting. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, so we could take 2, 4, up to 7. I could play out the Innkeeper and then end of turn make a token with the Goose. So we're getting at 8. I don't think that gets us anywhere. I think we're playing out this Endurance. I think that's the line. That was really interesting that they gave it indestructible. I don't know that that was the right call there. Seemed a little sketchy. If they have double Boros Charm, we'll lose. Alright, so they spike us. I think they know about the Endurance. We're lagging a little bit here. I'm not going to shuffle anything here. Leaving the cards in our graveyard gives us opportunities with Scavenging Ooze. We are lagging really badly. And then shuffling their cards. I mean, they have a ton of very relevant cards in their graveyard, so I do not want to shuffle those back in. All right, we're in business. All right, so I think the way we lose this game is Skullcrack into something else. Boros Charm Skullcrack, I think, is how we lose this game. So I think we need to leave the Goose up. All right, so I could sack this food token now. If they have a Boros Charm or a Skullcrack, I probably just lose. So I think I hold it back. I think if we get another turn, we probably win. I think we'll be okay if we get another turn, I think. We're going to untap Blooming Marsh. We have a land. All right, I'm going to play the Innkeeper, and this affords us the ability to flash in the Endurance, and it also affords us the ability to sacrifice the food token. All right, we're going to hit. So we can go up to 8, 9 life right now. So if they have 3 burn spells, we'll lose. Or burn spell, Skullcrack. Lava Spike, put us to 2. Alright, so they probably have us here. Can't imagine they'd be doing this if they didn't. See the skull crack. Oh wow, we survived that. Oh, I guess they have another 3 mana or another 3 damage burn spell. Or they don't. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. All right. Can we gain some life? Wow, it won the match. Had a stomping ground in hand. That was very, very close. Did I play it right? I don't know, but we got there. Gilded Goose was definitely the MVP there. Gained us a lot of life. Prosperous Keeper was pretty good too. But Burn, always close. I know I always say I think we're favored in this matchup, but came down to the wire there. Maybe we got lucky, maybe we didn't, but we got the dub. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, thumbs up, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought about this match, what you would have done differently. Resources in the comments section or in the description. There's a sideboard guide, there's a condensed sideboard guide, there's a stat sheet, all there for you for free. And as per the suggestion of one of our viewers, I've just started a Patreon, which if you enjoy the content, you want to support me, feel free to head over there and make any donation that you feel appropriate. Any and all donations are appreciated. All my content is free. I'm not charging for any of my content, but if you find value in it and you want to help the cause, feel free to head over there and make use of what Patreon's there for. Any and all donations will be going towards new content creation tools, i.e. getting a new computer, so I stop lagging so much, so I stop disconnecting so much, so I can put out more content more quickly. That being said, I am checking out. My name is Brandon Osborne, aka Control for Days. I thank you for joining me today, and I will catch you next time. Until then.